What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to the live. Welcome, man. You know you could be doing hell. Anything you desire. Anything you desire. Your only limit in life is you. You could think it, you could do it. Can't think it, can't do it. But if you could think it, if you could just wrap your mind around it, you could do anything. Ain't nothing that could stop you. Except you looking at something and deciding that that's too much. I can't do it. But outside of your own decision to give up, can't nothing stop you, man. You got an imagination. You got imagination. If you're willing to use that imagination, you can figure anything out. And this is the dope thing about using your imagination. You can use your imagination from the bed. You can use your imagination in a recliner. You can start using your imagination wherever you at. Changing your life is a matter of using your imagination on purpose, using your imagination in ways that motivate you, using your imagination in ways that inspire you, using your imagination to look at problems and go, what would I rather have? If you're willing just to start doing that, man, you'll be successful on accident. Think about it. Before you get anxious, before you get depressed, before you get nervous, you're not trying to get nervous. It's just a result of the way that you use your imagination. You ain't got to change how you acting. You got to change how you imagine. You got to change how you focus. You start changing how you focusing, man. I'm telling you, you'll get motivated on accident. You'll get inspired on accident. You'll get confident on accident. You just got to start thinking in terms of what you want. Just start thinking in terms of what you want as you're going to sleep at night. Stop falling asleep thinking about what you don't want. Start falling asleep focusing on what you want. It's gonna make a world of difference. It's gonna cause a crazy shift in you. You could be doing have anything you desire. If, if you're willing to think different. If you just start thinking different, I'm telling you, man, I say it every day because it's true. If you start thinking different, you'll do different on accident. If you start thinking different, you'll start feeling different on accident. If you start paying attention to different stuff, you'll start acting different on accident. You got to start focusing on purpose. You got to get in the habit of asking yourself, useful or unuseful? That's a question I constantly ask my clients. They'll tell me about a pattern that they're running. I don't care about good or bad. I'm not here to be your moral compass. I'm here to coach you and help you get what you want. So I say, okay, that pattern right there, useful, not useful. If it's useful, let's keep doing it. Hell, if it's useful, let's double down on it. But if it's not useful, what's a more useful pattern? Figure out what a more useful pattern is. And it's the crazy thing. Start imagining yourself running a new pattern. I didn't say nothing about doing. Start getting in your imagination and practicing the new pattern. You got to realize that when you use your imagination, you're making new neural pathways in the brain. When you use your imagination, you are priming your brain. Visualization works. Visualization works. You can build patterns by imagining. You can build patterns by imagining. Jay, how do you know? How do you know? Well, I'm a clinically trained hypnotherapist. I've been doing hypnosis for 2 decades. Everything from entertainment to therapy. Everything from gluing people's eyes shut and making them forget their name to quit smoking, weight loss, PTSD, anxiety. I'm afraid of planes. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of spiders. You name it. Every problem is a thinking problem. The key to changing your life is to start thinking different. The key to changing your life is to start thinking different. What do you want? I need you to start thinking in terms of what you want. I need you to start thinking in terms of what you want. Nobody's coming to save you. That's the bad news. If you're ready for the good news, tap. Nobody is coming to save you. But the good news is you don't need nobody to save you. Wrap your mind around it. The bad news is nobody is coming to save you. The good news is you ain't ever needed nobody to save you. You better remember who you are. That's why, like, if you met me outside this and you asked me what I did, the word teach is not gonna come up. What's going on, Angela? What's going on, Galen? What's going on, ATL? How y'all doing? The word teach is not gonna come. I'm not a teacher. I'm a reminder. I'm here to remind you of who the hell you are. You the sperm cell that beat 300 million other sperm cells to fertilize the egg. That's you. You the sperm cell that made it to the eggs and built their body. You built that brain. You built that heart. You built those lungs. You built that kidneys. You did that. You the sperm cell that made it to the egg, fertilized the egg, built your body, was born, learned how to walk, learned how to talk, learned how to read facial expressions. That's you. You got to remember who you are. Okay. Now, a lot of your problem is some people with some well-meaning intentions taught you to be affected by things outside of there. Some people with well-meaning intentions taught you that the stuff that goes on out there is more important than what goes on in here. Let me tell you something. You can't hold nothing in your hands that you can't hold in your head. If you can't hold the concept of it in your head, you can't hold the physical form of it in your hands. If you can't hold the concept of you being a millionaire in your head, you can't hold $1 million in your hand. If you can't hold the concept of you being in a functioning, loving relationship in your head, you can't hold that person's hand in your real life. You got to get the concept of it in your head. That was the bad news. Here go the good news. You can get the concept of it in your head from the comfort of your bed. You can practice having a concept of it in your head as you lay in a recliner. You can be at a beach, laying on the towel, practicing getting the concept of it in your head. It costs nothing to use your imagination on purpose. Like a lot of people come through this room and go, man, I want to coach with you. I want to work with you. It's just not in my budget. Listen, it don't cost you nothing to use your imagination on purpose. It don't cost you nothing to come sit in these lives and ask questions. It don't cost you nothing to run through the 5C program. I didn't gave you the program for free. I get on here every day. Clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, consistency. Now, would it be easier if I was holding your hand and coaching you through it? Yes, because I've been doing it for 2 decades. But is the fact that it's not as easy if it would be if I was there an excuse not to do it? You better, man, you better lean in. You better lean in. Let me tell you how many people, I can't tell you how many people, I know a lot of people have met me through stuff like TikTok and other social platforms, and they weren't in a position where they could afford to work with me one on one. But joining our free communities and buying the coaching programs and the stuff that we put out at a really affordable rate, they buy that stuff and they come to those meetings and they join the challenges and apply the stuff that they learn in those challenges. In a very short period of time, they find themselves in a position where they can't afford to work with me. You got to start where you at to get where you want to be. And Nikki and I purposely put stuff at all different price points, from free all the way up to $10,000 plus. But we put stuff at all different price points. So no matter where you at in your walk, no matter where you're at in your journey, it's a place where you could jump in and start getting more than you've been getting. But the root of all of this is using your mind on purpose, using your thinking on purpose. You got to stop being under the influence of what you don't want. Anybody who ever worked with me one on one, I tell you very direct. I don't care what you don't want. You don't pay me the type of money that I charge to sit here and talk to me for an hour about what you don't want. You came to talk to me about getting what you want. You describing what you don't want to me is not going to help either of us get you where you want to be. I want to know what you want. I want to know what you want. I don't even care why you want it. You don't got to defend it. You want it because you want it. Knowing that you want it is enough for me. I just want it because, people, I don't care what people think. What people think about you don't matter. What people think about you does not matter. Now, what you think about what they think about you, that matters a lot. But them just having a thought, that don't matter. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Stop getting wrapped up in what other people think. I want you to ask yourself, what do I desire? I want you to give yourself permission to be selfish for about 10 minutes. Do you think the world will fall apart if you just be selfish for 10 minutes? What do I want? What do I want? Because desire is the key to your motivation. You're not motivated to do that stuff because you don't want it. Society told you you should want it. Marketers told you you should want it. People whose best interest is in you getting it because they pay their mortgages with you getting it. They told you you want. What do you want? What do you want? Answer that question and start sitting with that. That's going to attract some powerful ideas. That's going to attract some powerful circumstances. That's going to attract some powerful opportunities. And those opportunities, those circumstances, and those ideas will manifest the money. Like a lot of times people go, I'm manifesting money and they talking like the money just gonna show up. Nope, the money gonna show up in the form of an idea. The money gonna show up in the form of a new relationship. The money gonna show up in the form of an opportunity. And it's gonna require you letting that idea in, letting that idea work on you. You gotta understand that all work works. Some work for you, some work on you. Some work on you, and some work for you. But all work works. There's no such thing as failure. It's all feedback. I need you to get clear about what you want and make a decision to get it. Let me see how it turns out. Let me see how you are a creator. You came here to create. You can have any outcome you want. I need you to decide. Can you make a decision? Can you make a decision and burn the boats? Decide I'm getting this. Come hell or high water, I'm getting this outcome. Everything you want is on the other side of you making a decision. Everything that you want is on the other side of you focusing on that thing that you want and allowing the ideas to show up. You don't got to chase good ideas. They will find you when you learn how to control your focus. You don't got to chase opportunities. They will find you when you learn how to control your focus. Sometimes you standing in the midst of an opportunity and you so distracted by what you don't want that you didn't even notice you was in the midst of an opportunity. Sometimes you standing in the midst of an opportunity, but you so distracted by what you don't want. You so anxious. You so worked up. You so negative that you can't even see the opportunity that's right there beside you. Everything is already here. Do you not realize that? Everything is already here. They not pouring money in from other planets and resources in from other planets. Everything is already here. The people who gonna buy your product already here. The problems you gonna solve already here. The people you gonna hire to be your employees already here. Your customers already here. Everybody is waiting on you to make a decision and get started. I'm just waiting on God. Really, you waiting on God. God created everything. Like, listen, guys, we didn't create electricity. We discovered electricity. We didn't create gravity. We discovered gravity. I didn't create I coach bosses. I discovered I coach bosses. I didn't create I coach coaches. I discovered I coach coaches. I didn't create abundant living. I discovered abundant living. God created abundant living. I discovered what was already here. But in order to discover it, I had to get under the influence of what I wanted. I need you to start thinking in terms of what you want. I need you to start thinking in terms of what you want. I need you to hear me. Hear me good when I say this. You can be, do, and have anything you desire. You can be, do, and have anything that you desire. But upset because it's not here yet, it's not desire. Nervous about the fact that it's not here yet, it's not desire. Hating on other people who where you want to be is not desire. Desire is desire. You can be, do, and have anything you desire. Are you taking time to desire what you want? Because in the midst of you desiring it, what you do is you become a vibrational match for the ideas, the circumstances, the people, and the opportunities that glue it together. But if you never desiring, you don't ever attract the ideas. Where attention goes, energy flows. You got to put your attention on what you want. You got to put your attention on what you want. And the example that I always use, when you put your attention on a funny movie, you don't got to try to laugh. Just put your attention on the movie. If you put your attention on a sad movie, you don't got to try to get sad. Just watch the movie. If you put your attention on a scary movie, you don't got to try to get scared. Just pay attention to the movie. If you get clear about what you want, what you really desire, and you just pay attention to it, you ain't got to try to get motivated. You ain't got to try to get inspired. You ain't got to try to get worked up. You ain't got to try to get excited. That's the natural flow of putting your attention on that thing that you desire. What do you want? Okay. I know you procrastinate. Like when people call me about things like procrastination, I already understand what's going on. Procrastination is never the problem. Procrastination is a symptom of the problem. Procrastination is never the problem. It's a symptom of the problem. The problem, the reason people procrastinate is one of two reasons. The first reason most people procrastinate is they don't really want it. They've been told that they should want it. Culture has told them they should want it. TikTok has told them they should want it. People who market it and selling them stuff has told them they want, but they don't want it. That's the first reason people procrastinate. The second reason people procrastinate is they want it, but they don't believe they can have it. But let me tell you something. If it's something that you really want and you believe it's possible for you to get it, you are not going to procrastinate. If it check those two boxes, you're not going to procrastinate. If you really want it, it's something that you really desire to have, and you believe you can have this version of you can have it. Not some future version of you that's 40 pounds lighter. Not some future version of you after divorce. Not no future version of you after the kids go to college. If you believe that this version of you right here is capable of becoming whatever I need to become to have that result, you will not procrastinate. So if you are procrastinating, the first thing I need you to ask yourself is, do I really want it? Do I want that thing? Do I want that thing, or have I just been told since I was a little girl that that's what I wanted? What do I want? And if the answer is yes, I definitely want that thing, I need to ask yourself, well, why do I believe that I cannot have it? Then that's what we need to work on. We don't need to work on the procrastination. We need to work on the belief that you can't have it. You could be, do, and have anything you desire. Anything you desire. Your only limit is your own imagination. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can't think it, we got a problem. But it's not really a problem because you can think it. It's just gonna take some willpower for you to do something other than what you've been doing. You gotta understand, we got this thing called homeostasis. And homeostasis is all about keeping you the same. Homeostasis is all about keeping you within certain limits that you probably set between the ages of 9 and 12. Okay? Think about it. When you get hot, you ain't got to try to sweat. Your subconscious mind is on it. You get too cold, you ain't got to try to shiver. Your subconscious mind is on it. But if you start making more money than you ever made, you ain't got to try to get a little anxious and start second guessing yourself because your subconscious mind is on it. But at the same time, if you drop, but everybody got a floor that they got a point where they're gonna say enough is enough. Absolutely not. This is where I draw the line. This is where I draw the line. Absolutely, we done all been there where we was dealing with something. Finally, enough was enough, and we just stood up and went, not no more. This ends now. How do you raise that? By focusing on what you want it to be, getting clear on where you want the new floor to be. The 5C process, getting clear, calibrated, and confident to the new floor. You got to understand the way that you reprogram the subconscious mind is through repetition and emotion. Subconscious mind responds to repetition and emotion. As a hypnotist, we got 5 laws of suggestibility that we're always using. I know them unconsciously. Let me see if I can pull them up and give all 5 of them to y'all consciously. The first one is the law of repetition. Anything that you expose to over and over and over again, you ain't got to try to learn it. You're gonna just learn it by being exposed to it over and over and over again. You ever learned a song on accident? It was just one song by JoJo Siwa that my daughter wore out. One day the song came on and I just was singing it. I said, "How the hell I know this song?" My daughter was listening to it around the house the whole lot. I just through repetition, I learned the song. Repetition. That's the one of the laws of suggestibility. Another law of suggestibility is the law of association. Any two occurrences that keep happening within a certain amount of time of each other, the subconscious mind starts to tie them together. Pablo and the dogs. Every time he fed the dogs, he would ring a bell. So he got to the point where he could just ring the bell, and that was enough for the dog's mouth to water. We call it the law of association. Another one of the laws is the law of dominance. The law of dominance state that the body gonna follow the dominance of the emotion. Like if you go far enough down my YouTube channel, you'll see old videos of when I was doing a lot of entertainment hypnosis and street hypnosis. When I was doing a lot of entertainment hypnosis, I would do things like glue people to the ground and lock their eyes shut and say things like, try to open your eyes and notice that you can't because they're stuck. But the way I would do that, if I was put the dominance of the focus on the eyes being heavy, I said, take a deep breath in. That's it. And as you exhale, just allow your eyes to close. So with your eyes closed, listen to my voice. As you listen to my voice, I want you to imagine it and pretend that every word that I say, you can feel those eyelids getting heavier and heavier. And if any of you want to try this and walk around, now, if you're not driving and go through this exercise with me and I'm going to show you something. I really want you to lean in and listen to what I'm saying and pay attention to what I'm telling you to do. But I want to show you the power of your own mind. If you want to learn the power of your own mind, follow me with this. Really follow me with this and put your undivided attention on what I'm talking about and watch this. I'm going to show you something. Take a deep breath in. Deep, 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 deep. Deepest breath you took all day. And as you exhale, allow the eyes to close. Allow the eyes to close all the way down. And with your eyes closed, I want you to listen to my voice. Listen to my voice. And as you listen to my voice, I want you to imagine and pretend that every word that I say causes those eyelids to get heavier and heavier. I want you to imagine what it would feel like if each one of your eyelids weighed 1,000 pounds. What would that feel like? Those eyelids so heavy that you couldn't unstick them even if you wanted to. What would that feel like? And as you feel those eyelids getting heavier and heavier, I want you to think about the people you love. I want you to remember their faces. Eyelids get heavier and heavier. I want you to remember their voices as those eyelids get heavier and heavier. I want you to feel the feelings that you feel when you think about these people as those eyelids get heavier and heavier. And as you feel those eyelids get heavier and heavier and heavier, I want you to try to unstick them and notice that you can't because they so heavy. They so heavy that the harder you try to unstick them, they just get heavier and heavier. What does that feel like? Feel those eyelids getting heavy, locking, sticking, and locking tighter and tighter with every word that I say. Then one, two, three, eyes open just like that. But what we did is something called the law of dominance. I put the dominance of your focus on the eyelids being heavy. I went into vivid detail about the eyelids being thousands of pounds, about the eyelids being heavy. Then I striked up some emotion. And as you were experiencing emotion, I gave you suggestion. Freddie Jack Quinn say that hypnosis is the art of stirring up emotion and giving a suggestion. But what I did is I really put a lot of emphasis on the eyelids being heavy. Then I grazed by opening. Notice that you can't. I went right back to the feeling of the eyelids being heavy. Did anybody just try that down in the comments? Any of y'all do that? But that's the law of dominance. But what you'll notice is a lot of people in life is they use the law of dominance to set themselves up for failure. They use the law of dominance to set themselves up for failure. They go, man, life is hard. Life is really getting the best of me. It's never enough money to go around. My life really sucks. I'm gonna try to start a business, but I know it's not gonna work because in this economy and with everything going on in politics and this going on and this going on, they getting real descriptive about what they don't want. Then they go visit what they want, but they go right back to what they don't want. The dominance is on the unwanted. So when you try to unstick the eyelids, it was so much effort on sticking the eyelids, you're not gonna undo the eyelids just with that one simple suggestion. I done gave you 20 suggestions around the eyelids being locked shut and the eyelids being stuck and the eyelids being heavy. I gave you one suggestion about opening them while going right back to the 20 suggestions about the eyelids being stuck. We call that the law of dominance. Another one is the law of reverse action. The law of reverse action states the harder you try, the harder you fail. The harder you try, the harder you fail. You got a conscious mind, you got a subconscious mind. That subconscious mind is 98% of your thinking potential. If that subconscious mind has limiting beliefs around money, if that subconscious mind has limiting beliefs around your self worth, excuse me, you could try to start a business as hard as you want. You could try to make more money as hard as you want, but you're gonna run into the law of reverse action. The harder you try, the harder you're gonna fail. You got to get that mind reprogrammed. You got to get that mind. You got to start feeling different so that you can think different, so that you can act different. That's really the process of change. When somebody comes to see me as their hypnotherapist, my first job is to get you not doing different. I'm gonna get you doing different, but I'm not gonna get you to do different by changing your action. I'm gonna get you to do different by changing the way you feel. That's really what I do as a hypnotist. I get you to feel different. I get you to feel different. Now, when you feel different, you're going to do different on accident. Does that make sense? So what does that mean? The harder I try, the harder I fail. It's the law of reverse action. Like okay, I work with a lot of people for things like erectile dysfunction. But a lot of times when people are battling with erectile dysfunction, what they're battling is the law of reverse action. They're trying to make it hard. You can't make it hard. It's not your job to make it hard. The subconscious mind makes it hard. So when you try to do the subconscious mind's job, you get in the way. It's like trying to make your heart beat faster, but you can't make it beat faster by saying, "Hey, beat faster. Hey, idiot. Hey, stupid. Beat." That's not gonna work. Now you can watch a scary movie and make it beat faster. You can remember a time in your life that was really scary and make it beat faster, but you cannot make it beat faster by trying to make it beat faster. You can make it beat faster through focus, but you can't make it faster. You can't make it beat faster by simply trying to make it beat faster. That's what we call the law of reverse action. And the harder you try to make that heart beat faster, the harder you're gonna fail. And that's most people. Well, a lot of people's plan is, oh, that didn't work. Let me try it harder. That didn't work. Let me do it harder. If it's not working and you do it harder, it's just gonna not work harder. As hypnotists, we got this rule: if what you're doing not working, do literally anything else. The only stupid thing you could do is that thing you already doing that ain't working. The only stupid thing is a thing you already tried that ain't working. Do something else. Try something else. What's going on, Detroit? I'm trying to remember what all laws I gave y'all. Dominance, or does it stem from that mentality? I don't know. I have to put some thought in. I never really thought about programming. Programming, I would assume. Programming, I would assume. That first 8 years of life when you're in that sponge-like state. And we learn so much from just watching how our parents attack problem solving and how they go after problems. But I would imagine just growing up and seeing that's how other people do it. So that's the system you take on. Try something else. Try something else. But guys, you gotta believe me when I say you could be doing hell anything you desire. Anything. Anything. But you gotta get clear about what you desire. You cannot hit a target that doesn't exist. You gotta know what you're aiming for. You gotta have goals in your life. And not just these blurry, vague goals. I need you to get descriptive about what you want. Like this your life we talking about, man. This your life we talking about. And I want you to notice how much energy and how much detail you put into what you don't want. Like I want you to think of like when you got a job or a situation in your life that you don't like. Like, have you ever noticed how much energy and effort people put into being understood and trying to make other people well you don't get it. Like even, like if people don't get upset about it like you want, well you don't get it. Let me explain it to you. And like arguing for your limitations. You got this whole backstory and this whole narrative and all these reasons about why it's not right. That's a lot of energy being spent on this thing that you don't want. In order to change direction, you're gonna have to get that same type of energy. You're gonna have to get that same type of momentum. You're gonna have to get that same type of focus on what you would rather have. Because working on the problem is not the same thing as working on the solution. I need you to stop working on the problem so you can have some energy to give to the solution. Stop trying to fix the problem. What is the solution? Stop trying to fight the darkness and turn on the light. Turn on the light. Why are you in here trying to understand the darkness and how it got there and how long it's turn on the light? Turn on the light. And in this instance, the light is your clarity. I know you don't like that job. What do you want? Because getting into the list of reasons why you don't like the job is not going to change it. Let's start talking about what you want. You don't realize, man, the amount of momentum you pick up just by having a conversation about what you want. It's crazy. The ideas that will start to come into your awareness just by talking about what you don't want. I mean, just by talking about what you want. You could be doing have anything you desire, but you got to start thinking about it. You got to start talking about it. You got to start getting excited about it. Like when you look up the word manifest, the word manifest means to make obvious to the eye or the mind. That's all it means. When you talking about what you don't want and you describing what you don't want, what you doing is manifesting. You making it obvious to the eye of the mind. That's what manifesting is. Let me look it up. I don't want you to take my word for it. I got my laptop right here. Let me open my laptop. Let me power it up. The word manifest means to make obvious to the eye of the mind. Let me see. Let's go. Let me prop this up so I ain't trying to hold this phone and type. All right, so we're gonna put y'all right here. And we're gonna flip this around. All right. Let's see. We're gonna say define manifest. Look at that. Oh, I didn't. You see that? Manifest, clear or obvious to the eye or the mind. Look at those synonyms: obvious, clear, plain, apparent, evident, patent, palpable. You see those synonyms? So when you focus in on what you don't want, and you see why the first C is clarity. You see why the first C in the 5C process is clarity. If you want to manifest the life you want, we got to make it obvious to your mind. We got to make it clear. We got to make it plain. Most people ain't never looked up that word. Clear or obvious to the eye or the mind. Manifest is not hoping. Manifesting is not wishing. Manifesting is getting clear about what you want. And magic happens when you get clear about what you want. Because what happens is you start to retune your reticular activation system. Your reticular activation system is what controls what's in your awareness. Okay. If I'm manifesting what I don't want, because that's what I'm making clear and obvious to my mind, my reticular activation system is literally deleting things that align with where I want to go and bringing into awareness things that I don't like. Like the way your reticular activation system works is, let's say I'm in the store with my daughter and we get separated. And I go, where is Riley? And I tell every cell, every fiber of my body, hey, I'm looking for Riley. So what my reticular activation system is going to do at that point, it's going to say little brown girl, yellow sundress, jelly bean sandals, puffball. Excuse me. And anything that isn't a little brown girl in jelly bean sandals with a yellow sundress and a puffball is going to become invisible to me. It might be a guy who 8 feet tall. Any other time I'd be like, dang, he tall. But when I'm looking for Riley, when I'm manifesting Riley, he's invisible to me. Okay? It might be a really attractive woman. Any other time, I'd be like, God, dog. But when I'm manifesting Riley, she is invisible to me. Okay? Does that make sense? But it's the same way as you going through life. When you manifest in failure, opportunities are invisible to you. When you focus on failure and it's obvious to you that it's not working and this economy is messed up and the state of the politics and the state of the country, this is never going to work. When that's what you manifesting, opportunities are invisible to you. You see through them. Okay? New circumstances, good ideas are invisible to you because your reticular activation system is deleting those. So that's why the first step of the 5C process is to get clear about what you want. Get clear about what you want. Now, when you get clear about what you want, you'll start calibrating. Second C, you'll start calibrating on accident. You ain't got to try to calibrate. It's like watching a movie. I use this example all the time because it makes sense. When you calibrate to a funny movie, you laugh. You don't got to try to laugh. It don't matter if you're having a good day or a bad day, what type of day you have. If you calibrate to a funny movie, you laugh. If you calibrate to an action movie, you get excited. If you come sit in here and you kicking it with me and I'm bringing this type of energy and you calibrate to me, you ain't got to try to feel motivated. You ain't got to try to feel inspired. If you calibrate to me, you going to feel inspired. If you calibrate to me and what I got going on, you going to feel motivated. You don't got to try to feel motivated. But the same thing happens when you calibrate to what you don't want. You don't got to try to feel down. You don't got to try to feel less than. You don't got to try to feel miserable when you sitting there focusing on calibrating on what you don't want. Let's look at this definition for manifest one more time. Manifest means to make clear or obvious to the eye or the mind. And notice again, I said the eye or the mind. And I believe Webster, let's go on Webster. Webster defines it a little different. Let's get that Webster definition. Hold on. I know some of y'all only respect Webster. I got my own thoughts about that, but whatever. Let's look up the word manifest on Webster. Perceived by the senses, especially the sense of sight. Readily perceived by the senses, especially the sense of sight. So when you sitting there and making a long list of reasons why you don't like your job, and you're getting on the phone talking to your mama about how you don't like your job, and you're talking to your spouse about how they mistreating you and you don't like your job and you can't stand those people, how everybody mistreating you and everybody out to get you, what you're doing is you are readily perceiving what you don't want. You manifesting what you don't want. Stop manifesting what you don't want. Start putting your attention on what you want. Let's go through the thesaurus. Look at those synonyms for manifest: evident, apparent, obvious, unmistakable. Ooh, I like that one. That's delicious. That felt good to say. Unmistakable, clear, distinct, visible, plain, simple. Are we understanding what manifest means? Are we seeing what it really means to manifest? Are we seeing what it really means to manifest? Are we seeing how thoughts become things? Scroll back up. Which one you want me to go to? You want to go back to the definition? Y'all see these definitions? Sometimes you got to. Readily perceived by the senses. So that's why the 5C, when we look at the what's the 5C process? What's the first step of my 5C process, y'all? What's the first step of the 5C process? What's the first C? Y'all gonna make me go to the whiteboard. Clarity, exactly. Ooh, I love it. Look at y'all, y'all learning. Yeah, clarity. Okay, clarity. Clarity is the first step because you can't get what you want until you know what you want. Before your body know what to do, you got to feed your mind the script. You got to get the mind on board. Where the mind goes, the body follows. Okay, that's the first C. What's the second C? Pop quiz. What's the second C? After we get clear, I'm going to the board. Y'all in charge though. Y'all gave me the first C, calibration. Ooh, okay, confidence. I love it. You know what? How many? One, two, three, four, five. Oh, I love it when stuff just work. We're gonna keep them steps there. Yeah, we're gonna keep them steps there. So, step one, clarity. Step two, calibration. What's step three? What's step three? Confidence. Oh yeah, you've been in here. You've been in here. What's step four? Competence. There we go. What's step five? What's step five? Consistency. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Now I want to touch on this real quick while we're on the subject. I want to touch on this while we're on the subject. Okay. So you got a conscious mind, you got a critical mind, and you got a subconscious mind. Subconscious. Okay. So this conscious mind is 2% of your thinking potential. 2%. The subconscious mind is 98% of your thinking potential. Okay? Let me tell you something. It's one thing. Let me get another color. This pink gonna pop. Y'all gonna see this pink. It's one thing to know 5C and the 2%. That's your logic, your reason, your analysis, your willpower, and your decision making. It's one thing to know it in the 2%. It's another level to know it in the 98%. That's your feeling and emotion. But in order for it to get to the point of confidence, where you know, like you know, where you like you know, you got to get 5C in your heart. Scripture says, "A man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Not as he thinks in his conscious mind, not as he thinks in his subconscious mind, as he thinks in his heart. So it's one thing to have 5C consciously, but the ultimate goal is to know it in your heart. When you know it in your heart, it don't matter what they say on CNN. When you know it in your heart, it don't matter what they say on BBC. When you know it in your heart, it don't matter who else don't believe in it. So we got it consciously. We got to keep showing up. We got to keep applying it until we got 5C in our heart. So clarity. Let's talk about what is clarity, guys. Clarity is making it obvious. You saw that definition. Clarity is making it clear. Okay? Oh, it's gonna progress to the heart. If you calibrate, if you keep calibrating, it's gonna make its way to the heart. Okay? Clarity is where we make it obvious. Clarity is where we make it clear. Clarity is where we look at what we don't like, saying, I don't like that, but what would I rather have? And then we start getting clear about what we want. It's not enough to say I want to be happy. Okay, if you woke up tomorrow and you were happy, how would you know? It's not enough to say I want to lose some weight. What size shirt you want to wear? What size pants you want to wear? What size jeans you want to wear? What size dress do you want to wear? I need you to make it obvious to the mind. I need you to make it clear. Okay? The subconscious mind, when we're talking about the subconscious mind, we're talking about the part of you that's controlling every organ in your body. We're talking about the part of you that make your heart heart, the part of you that make your lungs lung, the part of you that make your kidneys kidney. There's nothing that your subconscious mind can't do. But let me ask you this, guys. Have you ever been trying to move something? And it's not necessarily heavy. It just don't have enough, it don't have no handles. It don't really have no way to get a good grip on it. Like I got a TV in my living room. It's a big TV. It's not heavy, but it's just big and there's no handle. So you need a second person, not because it's heavy, but because it's not really anywhere to grab it. That's your subconscious mind with your goal. You tell your subconscious mind, hey, I need more money. The subconscious mind say, shit, there go $1 right there. And it's proud of itself. It's like I got him more money. Your subconscious mind needs details about what you want. You need enough details to be able to retrain their reticular activation system. And what most people do, what a lot of people do, is they put way more details into the subconscious mind about what they don't want. So the subconscious mind got all the details about what you don't want. So it can notice things about what you don't want. It can attract other ideas about what you don't want. You got to do this part of making it obvious to the subconscious mind what you want. Makes sense? You got to teach the subconscious mind what you want. Then after you know what you want, we got to start calibrating to what we want. Give me some ways we could calibrate, guys. What are some things you could do to calibrate? What are some things you could do to calibrate? I got a few new eyes in here. Do you know what I mean when I say calibrate? Visualize. That's a good one. What else you got? Visualize. What else we got? Meditate. What else we got? Write it down. When we're writing it down, it's very important that we write about what we want. We write about what we want. Don't start writing about what you don't want. Write about what you want. Write about what you want. Calibration is all about getting the subconscious mind to feel and emote around what you want. When we doing clarity, we in the 2%, we using logic. We saying, okay, I need this amount of money to pay my bills. I need a job with this amount of flexibility because my baby get out of school at 3. I got to be able to pick my baby up. So I need a job that's gonna let me be off by 2:30 p.m. Like we use the logic, the reason, and the analysis to decide what we want, but we don't use it to get what we want. In order to get what we want, we got to get it calibrated to the subconscious mind so the subconscious mind can pass it down to the heart. Okay? If you feel like you're struggling with clarity and calibration, I got a product on my link tree. It's $49. It's a clarity jumpstart kit. It's clarity calibration jumpstart kit. It's a worksheet that you're going to work through to get your clarity. Then it's a hypnosis recording that's going to help you calibrate to your clarity. Anybody who interested in checking that out, go to the link in my bio. What's up, baby? Go to the link in my bio and click on that first thing. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. Try not to make y'all look straight up my nose. Give me a second. Let me show it to y'all. Because a lot of people been inboxing me like, man, I want to work with you. I just can't afford it. Don't worry about it. I built you a course that you could do self-paced without paying the price of my initial session, but you still get to work with me. Let me show it to you. So if you go on my TikTok profile, you're going to see this link right here. iCoachBosses.com/tap in. You click that link, TikTok going to say, you sure? You're going to say, yep, I trust Jay. Now, let me make it look like it's going to look on your phone. Give me a second. On your phone, it's going to look like that. Okay. Now, this first one right here, this 5C Alignment Jumpstart. If you need help getting your clarity and getting calibrated to your clarity, you're going to click right there. And that's going to take you to this page where you can check out. And it's going to take you right to the course. Now, look, you got all types of options. Even if you ain't got the whole $49 right there. You got Afterpay, you got Klarna. Afterpay say, look, you could do 4 payments of $12.50. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Everything you need is right there. But if you need some help getting clarity and calibration, we got the Jumpstart kit. Got the Jumpstart kit. My people who interested in checking out these replays, 5C Podcast. You click right there, they'll take you to the podcast. My Dreams in Action Mastermind. If you're an entrepreneur and you're not in the mastermind, I don't know if you like money. I don't know if you like value. It's up to you. Whatever. The Dream Engine. The Dream Engine is what I use to build all my stuff. This link tree that you're looking at, with that B do have in the background, yeah, that's hard. I built this on the link tree. On the Dream Engine. I built all my websites on the Dream Engine. I run my whole business on the Dream Engine. And if anybody interested in working with me one-on-one, you can click right there. But I will say this: if you're thinking about working with me one-on-one, people who do this 5C alignment jumpstart and actually do it, like you actually take your time and go through it, at the end of this 5C alignment jumpstart, there's a 50% off coupon to do an initial session with me. So instead of paying $500, you can do an initial session with me for $250 if you do this. The reason I do that is because a lot of the stuff that I would do in the first session is already baked into this. So if you really watch the videos, if you really work the worksheet, it's not going to take me nearly the type of energy in a first session that it would take somebody who hasn't done this. So you could buy this for $50 and get a first session half off if you do this. Now, if we get in the first session and I realize you ain't dead, that you rushed through it and you bought it just to get the first session half off, I'm gonna reschedule you and say, hey, go actually do it. I'll see you in a week. I'm gonna see because you need to do it. Okay. But if you do it and you do decide, hey, I want to work with Jay and do a first session instead of $500, if you complete this, and I can log in on the back end, I can see how long you was logged in. I can see if you did it. I can really see if you did it. So I almost said don't cheat me, but you wouldn't be cheating me. You'll be cheating yourself because it's your life. It's your goals. It's you getting your outcome that you want. Now, this is where it gets fun. When you calibrate, if you just keep calibrating, you're gonna become confident on accident. If you just keep calibrating, you're gonna become confident on accident. Confidence is where we pick up momentum. Confidence is where I don't need anything from nobody. Confidence is when it don't matter if you support me or not. I don't care if my family not sharing it on Facebook. I don't care. I don't care because I'm calibrated confidently. Calibration takes practice. Calibration is me purposely focusing on. Calibration is me purposely thinking positive. Calibration is me using willpower to say, I'm not gonna think about that. I'm gonna think about this. Calibration is me saying I'm not gonna make negative associations. I'm gonna make positive associations. That's what calibration is. But when I do that over and over and over and over again, eventually it gets to the point where my subconscious mind say, okay, all of this clarity, put it in the heart. And what most people don't realize about the heart is it's more connections going up from the heart into the brain than coming down from the brain into the heart. Like people gotta have it a point at the head when they talk about the mind. The mind is really in every cell, every fiber, and actually spreads out about 8 feet all around you in every direction. So you get that, excuse me, you get that jump start kit, and that jump start kit is gonna take you to right here. It's gonna get you the clarity and the calibration. Now, if you just calibrating, keep calibrating, keep calibrating, one day you're gonna notice you confident. One day you're gonna notice you confident. We're not talking about, I mean, in an indirect way, I guess we're talking about cortisol and dopamine and the endocrine system, but not directly. It definitely plays a part in what we're talking about, but I don't tend to get that deep on TikTok. Okay? So once we get confident, then and only then do we move to the competence. This is where we start taking action. So sometimes people might listen to me scream and say, Coach J said I ain't gotta go to the gym. That ain't what I said. I said get clarity, get calibration, get confidence, then go to the gym. Coach J said I ain't got to go back to school. That's not what I said. I said get clarity, get calibration, get confident, and then go back to school. Coach J said I ain't got to do nothing. I just got to do my affirmations. I just got to listen to that recording that he gave me, and it's just gonna show up in my room. That's not what I said. I said get clear, get calibrated, get confident, and then take action. A lot of times people will try stuff and they go, man, it didn't work. It didn't work because I'm black. It didn't work because I'm too young. It didn't work because I'm too old. I'm willing to bet it didn't work because you was unclear, uncalibrated, and unconfident. Okay? People would get real creative with the reason it didn't work because I was a really bad person in a past life, and I need to go see Jay so he can hypnotize me, and I can do a past life regression. I can clean up my karmic. We could do that, but let me tell you something. We can do that, but if you don't get clear, calibrated, and confident, it still ain't gonna work. I'm not saying that might not be a piece of the puzzle, but even if that is a piece of the puzzle, without clarity, without calibration, and without confidence, none of it is going to work. So I'm not saying that you should never date again after your divorce and you should just stay single for the rest of your life. I'm saying you should get clarity. What do I want in a relationship? What do I desire in a relationship? Then get calibrated to what you want. Get under the influence of what you want. Get confident in that, and then put Tinder on your phone, and then go to the speed dating. Does that make sense? I'm clear on me paying my car off. Okay, you're clear on it, but are you calibrated to it? And after you get calibrated to it, I need you to keep calibrating to it until you get confident in it. I need you to get so confident in it that you can look at the balance and it's not going to take you out of your confidence. I need you to get so confident in it, even if you have a tough month and it's looking like you might not miss the payment, you're still not going to get demotivated. It like when you get to this part of the confidence, you realize there's no such thing as failure. It's all just feedback. When you think about it, failure is just data that you don't like. So you put it in the frame of failure, but it's not failure, it's information. Failure is a measurement of how far off am I. In psychocybernetics by I'm gonna say Joseph Murphy, not Joseph Murphy. Maxwell Maltz. He talks beautifully about how failure is necessary to calibrate to success. Like he talks about torpedo missiles and how they lock onto whatever it is they're trying to hit, and they simply take the information about how far they are, then they rotate the rotors based on, okay, now I'm on it. When I'm on it, I don't move anything, but if I end up off track, I take the calculation, how far off am I, and I just correct it to that degree, and I keep moving toward it. It's the same way with you going through your goals. You can be doing have anything you desire, but you got to realize that there's no such thing as failure. There is not feedback. And when you calibrate it, people can say something in the comments. If it ain't what you calibrated to, you keep it moving. You could be, do, and have anything you desire. Clarity, calibration, confidence, then take action. Okay? Then take action. Does that make sense? Any questions about anything we done talked about up to this point? Appreciate them taps, y'all. We almost up to 10K. We almost up to 10K. I tell y'all what, if we can hit 20K before 11 o'clock, it's 10:41 right now. If we can hit 20K, I mean, not 20K, I ain't gonna work y'all out. If we can hit 15K in the next 20 minutes, I will give everybody in here a 50% off coupon to that course. So instead of 49 bucks, you can get it for what, 29 bucks or 25 bucks, I think it'll be, or $24 and some change. If we can get to, it's 10:42, if we can get 15,000 taps on the screen by 11 p.m., I'm gonna probably end the live at 11 p.m. If we could do that by 11 p.m., I'll put a 50% off coupon on there for the rest, not the rest of the night. I'll put it on there for about 10 minutes. Anybody got any questions about anything we're talking about? Just doing it. Them hearts, making them hearts show up. First off, useful, not useful. What's up, Ron? Is the stuff in here good? Is the stuff in here helping you? I don't want to load y'all up with theory. I want y'all leaving here with actionable steps that you could take to start creating the life that you desire. Okay? I need you to understand you could be doing hell anything you desire. I say it a few hundred times a day because it's true. Very useful. Okay, for sure, for sure. So clarity, calibration, confidence, competence. The last and final C is consistency. If you're gonna get clarity once and stop, you might as well not even start. Okay? If you're gonna calibrate once and stop, you might as well not even get started. You're gonna tap on both. If you're gonna get confidence but not maintain it, you might as well not even start. If you're gonna start the competence but you're gonna stop taking action as soon as it's not going your way, you might as well not even start. Consistency is the glue that holds the 5C program together. Guys, this is where it get interesting. Pick any person of notable success, and I promise you they ran through the 5C process. Martin Luther King got clarity about what he wanted. He saw what was going on, but he knew what he wanted. He started thinking about what he wanted. He started thinking about what he wanted. He started getting clear about what he wanted. He started dreaming about what he wanted. He started dreaming about what he wanted. He got confident in what he wanted before it happened. But he got so confident that he started organizing marches. He got so confident that he started organizing sit-ins. He got so confident that he did the Million Man March. He got so confident that he delivered the I Have a Dream speech. All of that happened before his outcome. He got clear about what he wanted. He got calibrated to what he wanted. He got confident in what he wanted. Then he took action. You got to know he was confident in it before he start. He was confident in it before he started playing the sit-ins. He was confident in it before he started organizing marches. You don't organize a march for something you're not confident in yet. He got clear, calibrated, and confident. Then he took action. And when you're confident, you can threaten to assassinate me. Go ahead. I'm not stopping. When I'm confident, it don't. Do you know at one point Martin Luther King was the most hated man in this country, and not just by white people, by black people. He need to sit down. He gonna get us in trouble. He's talking too much. He needs to sit. Martin Luther King was the most hated man in the country at one point. But when you confident in your calibration, you don't really care about being liked. This need to be liked come when you haven't became confident in the calibration yet. But once I'm confident in my calibration, I'm pretty much married to my cause. And you looking at me funny is not gonna stop me. You not agreeing with me is not gonna stop me. If anything, it's gonna put, why y'all ain't tell me something was in my beard? I thought y'all rocked with me. It's okay. Does that making sense? I want you guys to start finding successful people, and I want you to start noticing the 5C process in their journey. What did they get clear about? What did they get calibrated to? Okay, and when they got confident in that calibration, what action did they take? Okay, and did they do it one time or did they do it consistently? Oh, y'all gonna do it. We at 11,000 and we still got 15 minutes to go. All right, what's up, Tabitha? How you doing? What's up, Authentic? Thanks for them taps, y'all. Thanks for them taps. Thanks for those taps. What's up, Victoria? So since y'all the ones doing it, what do you guys want the discount code to be? What do you guys want the discount code to be? I'm gonna let y'all pick it. But is this making sense? Clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, consistency. Write those on your bathroom mirror. I love dry erase markers. A mirror hate to see me coming. Because when it's something that I'm programming into my subconscious mind, you got to know my bathroom mirror finna catch hell. A mirror hate to see me coming. I'm finna write all in that mirror. Because it's one of the first places I'm gonna go when I wake up. Or that full body mirror in the bedroom hate to see me coming. I'm a write in that mirror every day because I'm gonna see what I want to see. Right now, my grandmother is in the process of healing her eyes. And you got to know, I went to her house and I wrote all types of things on her bathroom mirror. I wrote all type of positive affirmations on her bathroom mirror. Use that bathroom mirror. Get you some dry erase markers and use that mirror. Repetition and emotion are your superpowers when you reprogramming this. Repetition and emotion are your superpowers. Affirmations not gonna change the way you act unless they change the way you feel. I've seen a lot of people waste a lot of time doing a lot of affirmations because the affirmations was only hitting them with their logic, their reason, their analysis. If it don't change the way you feel, it's not gonna change the way you act. If it doesn't change the way you feel, it's not gonna change the way you act. But if you want to change the way you feel, you got to start focusing on things that cost you to feel different. Guys, we use these same examples because they work. We use these same examples because they make sense. People who buy that course, one of the things I'm gonna have you do in that course is I'm gonna have you create one event, and I'm gonna have you to keep pressing that one event into your subconscious mind. A lot of people they visualize, but they switch it up every time. Or they do their affirmations, but they go, "I am rich, I am lean, I am healthy, I am." Like, bro, pick one. You're not picking up no momentum. You over here now. You over here now. You over here. You think you made something obvious to your mind with one sentence? Sit with it. Money loves it here. Money loves it here. I am a money magnet. Money is attracted to me. My relationship to money is that of a pimp to a hoe. I expect my money to go out and come back multiplied. I am a money magnet. I'm so valuable that people chase me down with their credit cards and beg me to take their money. So you got to understand. When we say visualize, we really mean imagine. We really mean imagine. Some people are kinesthetic. Some people imagine by feeling. Some people are auditory. Some people imagine by hearing. Some people are visual. They imagine by seeing. So just because you don't full on visualize, what do you do? Are you a feeler? Are you a hearer? Are you a taster? Which one of your senses work that way for you? What's going on, Divine? And you get in that sense, like when I'm hypnotizing people, one of the first things I'm doing is I'm figuring out what's their primary system that they operate in. Like if I was going to hypnotize you and you said I don't feel like that's gonna work on me, I'm gonna say, okay, Phil. You didn't say I don't see that working on me. You didn't say that don't sound like it would work on me. You said I don't feel like that would work on me. So I know that the way that I'm gonna hypnotize you is gonna be through your kinesthetic system. I'm not gonna hypnotize you through what you see. I'm not gonna hypnotize you through what you hear. I'm gonna hypnotize you through how you feel. So if you are a feeler, I need you to get the feeling of having that thing. I need you to get clear about how it feels. And you'll surprise yourself. When you get dominant enough in that feeling, you'll start visualizing on accident. It'll spread into the other systems on accident. Start with the system that's strong for you. If you're not a visual person, you're not going to be able to see it right off the bat. Start feeling it and watch how that feeling spread into seeing. And watch how that seeing spreads into sounds. Start with your dominant system. Start with your dominant system. And it'll spread into the other systems. All right, we're at 13.6K with 10 minutes to go. I done find out how to get y'all to. Yeah, y'all like discounts. I got it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Y'all want to keep as many of y'all coins as possible. So new people who just joining us, what they doing is we getting up to 15K, and once we get up to 15K, what I'm going to do is I'm going to discount this program here, this 5C Alignment Jumpstart. I'm going to take it down from $49 and I'm going to cut the price in half. I see y'all going over 15K. I see. What else y'all want? I ain't got nothing else to give y'all right now. I do make customized recordings. I usually charge 150 for those customized recordings. If anybody want customized recordings, I would be willing to do some of those for 75, I guess. Only those who can see the visible can do the impossible. I love that. I love that. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Oh yeah, 14.7. Y'all done did it. I guess I'm finna go ahead and log into my system and discount this software. Now I'm not leaving this discounted all night, y'all. So if you gonna get it, you better go get it. What y'all want the discount code to be? Somebody give me a discount code. If I pick, it's probably gonna be like clarity or something like that. Somebody give me a discount code. What do y'all want it to be? Be do have. If I do that, we're gonna do it as all one word. Some people gonna screw that one up. Give me something more simple. Coach me, I'll do coach me. I'll take that one. We're gonna pin that to the top. I done worked up a sweat, man. Why y'all got me this excited? 5C me. I'm gonna have to put y'all on the marketing team. Y'all dope. I like y'all. Let me see something. Let me log into my system and let me. Y'all, I'm gonna leave this coupon active for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna leave it active for about 10 minutes, but I'm logging into the system now. Give me a minute here. And if you don't use the dream engine in your business, if I got any entrepreneurs and you want to be able to do things like sell things while you live and track your numbers and see your money, listen, you got to get you the dream engine. This is the dream engine. This is the software I use to run all of my businesses. This is the home screen. You get to see what you got coming in for the month. Get to see how many orders you got in your pipeline. You get to see all of that stuff. Over here, this is my conversations tab. I'm not gonna click on here because when I click on here, my customers' email addresses and phone numbers, but I send my emails from here, my text messages from here, all of that from here. I can make my phone calls right here from my desktop. I can receive calls right here on my desktop. I build my websites on here. I build my courses on here, my memberships on here. All of that is dead right here. This marketing tab, this is where I schedule all my TikTok posts, and not just TikTok. This is where I post on all of these places at one time. But if you're an entrepreneur and you not using this, I don't know what to tell you, man. You don't like money, and that's okay. More for me. But let me discount this real quick. We're gonna go ahead to our payments tab. We're gonna go up here to coupons. Let me create a coupon for 50%. All right, what did we say we was gonna use? Let me scroll back up. What did we say we was gonna use for the coupon code? We said we was gonna use Coach Me, COACHME, COACHME. Coupon type is percent. Percent that we're gonna take off is 50. Start date is right here, right now. Today the 10th. Yep. Start time is we'll say 10:55. Excuse me. All right, end time is gonna be tonight, and we're gonna end it at 11:55. I figure an hour should be plenty of time for anybody who is getting it. Let's say 11:55 p.m. Let's see. Limit this to select products. Cause y'all ain't finna go in here and just buy everything at 50%. Hold on. Let me see. I missed some comments. I'm gonna scroll back up in a second. But we want the 5C alignment clarity jumpstart. All right, let's create that. Now let me go to my payment links and let me edit this and allow coupon codes. Let me test it, make sure it's working. Okay, so I just got it working. Let me show y'all how that is working. So if you go on here on this form, you see that price right now is $49.99. You're gonna enter the coupon code Coach Me. Let me spin this around. You're gonna put in the coupon code Coach Me, and you're gonna apply that, and that's gonna take it down to $24.99. When I say that's a steal of a century, that's a steal of a century because it was already a steal at $49.99. But the discount code Coach Me is gonna take it down to $24.99. Okay, boom, boom, boom. But I think when you do the coupon code, oh, never mind, it didn't change anything. But yep, that's gonna be active, guys, for the next hour. So anybody who planning on getting it, go ahead and get that. Just so I know who is planning on getting it. Who is planning on getting the calibration jumpstart? I might, depending on y'all's availability, I might jump on a quick Zoom with y'all tomorrow just to do a quick Q&A and get y'all activated and set up. Make sure y'all don't got any questions. How do we go to the link? So if you go to my TikTok page, let me see. I'm gonna make this narrow so it can look to y'all like it'll sort of look like it's gonna look on your phone. But if you go on my TikTok page, you're gonna see this link right here. iCoachBosses.com/tap in. And you're gonna go open anyway. It's gonna take you to this page. Okay. Now the 5C alignment jumpstart is the first link right here. And for the next hour, since we got to 15,000 likes, for the next hour, it's $24.99. If and only if you use the discount code Coach Me. Okay? If and only if you use the discount code Coach Me. Hold on, I gotta see where the discount code go. Oh, you know what? I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. I don't think I saved it. I think I started talking to y'all and clicked out of there before I saved it. All right, let me save it. And now you can use a discount code. Let me refresh this. Okay, yeah. Now it's on. Now it's showing up on there. All right, so you're gonna put your discount code in. COACHME. Oh, not an I. COACHME. Coach Me. Then you're gonna press apply. That's gonna take it down to that price. That's for the next hour. Well, a little bit less than an hour now. About the next 54 minutes now, I guess. Anybody who planning on getting it, what you get is a worksheet. It's gonna help you get clarity. Now, after the clarity, after you do the clarity worksheet, there's a hypnosis session that you're gonna listen to. And that hypnosis session is going to give you a fast track to calibrate. It's gonna start to press what you visualized into your subconscious mind. And that's gonna help you with the clarity and the calibration. And if you just keep calibrating, the confidence is going to build itself. Anybody got any questions about how that works or anything at all before I get ready to shut down? I'm shutting down at 11 and it's 10:59. So anybody got any questions before we wrap up? For sure, for sure. And in case anybody needs it, somebody put Coach Me in the chat for me, please. It's one word. I need you to tutor. I'll teach you bosses what comes after being a boss. For sure, AGF. I hear you, man. I hear you, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's get that pinned to the top. Let's see. So if anybody needs that discount code, that's it. Coach me. For sure, man. I'm gonna be live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all jump in. Oh, you trying to get to my so click up at the top left. Let me see. I don't think they're gonna let me come in the live. Oh yeah, they let me come in the live. So you should be able to click like on my let me flip this around. You should be able to click my name like up here. It should say I coach bosses at the top left. And you should be able to click on that. You clicked on it and then what happened? Yeah, you should be able to click on that. You don't see that? My iPad dead. I need to can't do anybody else see where it say I coach bosses at the top? I be streaming so much, I don't ever really go in lives, so I'm not 100% sure what it look like. Okay, so yeah, it should say I coach bosses in the it's the top left, right? It's the top left, right? But it's the top left, huh? Yeah. So if it's not on there, man, I don't even know. Follow me and just come to my page. And also, guys, I want to make sure y'all know all of the replays. Like you want to watch these replays, go right here to the 5C podcast. Once you purchase, you're gonna get an email. The email gonna give you your login credentials. Yeah, once you purchase, you're gonna get your email. The email gonna give you your login credentials, and it's actually a login button in the email. You could click login right from the email. It's gonna log you in. What y'all think about my link tree? I redid it earlier today. Y'all like it? It's too much. Is it easy enough to read? What y'all think? Yeah, give me y'all feedback. It's nice. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So before I get off here, nobody got any questions about anything? Everybody able to find what they need? Everybody finding what they need? Oh, somebody got theirs. I just saw it come in. I ain't gonna say your government name, but I saw it. It was in your spam. Okay. Make sure it's letting you log in before I get off here. Yeah, go ahead and log in. Make sure it's working before we get off of here. I got in. Okay. Boom. You got in. All right. So as you go through that worksheet, I want you to take your time. Okay. I know you're probably anxious to get to the hypnosis portion. That worksheet, that worksheet is where you're gonna get your clarity at for the hypnosis session. The hypnosis session is calibration. The worksheet is clarity. Clarity is step one. Without clarity, there's nothing to calibrate to. Does that make sense? Go through that worksheet. Don't rush through it. Take your time. Sit with the questions. Figure that part out. The hypnosis session ain't going nowhere. It's yours. It ain't like you got 30 days access to it. It's yours for the rest of your life. So you ain't got to be in a hurry to get to it. Do that calibration piece. Okay. And at the tail end of that, if you want to do a session with me after you finish that, It's a coupon on there for 50% off. It's gonna be emailed to you. If you already purchased, it should already be in your email. It should be an instant email. Instant email. I'm gonna hang out for just a minute to make sure everybody able to get in after they purchase. Because what I hate to happen is you have a problem and I go to sleep and you gotta wait till in the morning. You have not yet. I have it. Let me look in my CRM and see what's going on. Let's see. What's your? I'm trying to figure out which one of these is your name. I think it's this one. Your initials DD. You got it. Okay. Long as you got it. Long as you got it. I'm trying to make sure you got your stuff. All right. Well, did it look like four of y'all got it? One, two, three, four. Did all four of y'all? No, five of y'all. All five of y'all was able to log in. All right. So if anybody else want it, that's gonna be live for probably another, I don't know, 50 minutes or so at this point. Discount code is Coach Me, COACHME, all one word. I'm logging off. I love y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Come kick it with me 9 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. I'll see y'all later.